As we try to contain the spread of coronavirus, the county is now testing the region's vulnerable homeless population. Those being housed at the San Diego Convention Center will undergo testing today. News 8's Netta Ranpur joins us live now with the latest. And Netta, hundreds of homeless now there.
Yeah, there are well over 800 homeless people who are staying at the convention center. So it's been turned into a makeshift shelter right now. But also right now, police officers are fanning the East Village at this very moment. In fact, they're gathering people from the streets, bringing them one by one, individually in vans here to the convention center. A lieutenant with the Homeless Outreach Group explains how they're doing in the safest way they can.
Phrase of the day is social distancing. I just took my mask off now so I could speak to you, but we're practicing that distancing even inside of our vans just to keep that distance. Even when we're out here this morning, officer to officer or talking to our homeless clients, we're trying to, we're keeping that 6-foot rule.
Police officers and county nurses are speaking with homeless people at this moment throughout the East Village. They've been on 13th and Imperial since 6 this morning, bringing people one by one to the convention center after they've been screened for any symptoms of COVID-19. We are told no one is allowed inside the convention center if they have any symptoms, and that this is voluntary. These people do not have to come here, but the city and the county are hoping they do so they can keep the virus from spreading out on the streets and among the homeless population. In fact, during a news update from Father Joe's Village, the deacon explained why it's much safer for everyone to be here inside compared to what they're dealing with out there.
They don't have water, as an example. They don't have soap. They may not have sanitizers either, right? So those are all not good situations and can lead to coming down with the virus and also then spreading the virus out there in the community.
A doctor who's been working with Father Joe's Village says 70 people have been tested for COVID-19. 58 of those results were returned. One of them showed up positive. And County Supervisor Nathan Fletcher also said 13 homeless people tested positive, but they are not here at the shelter. If they are in the convention center, they can leave during the day, but they are being monitored and screened every time they return. In fact, they say people's temperatures are checked daily. They still acknowledge the concern this virus could spread, especially among people who are asymptomatic. And that's something, doctors are constantly worried about in these types of group settings. So, of course, they acknowledge that during that news update with Father Joe's Village. And also right now, that testing that we're referring to, it's being done by Family Health Centers of San Diego. It's funded by the Lucky Duck Foundation. And starting today, they will administer 150 of those tests. And that number will grow to 250 a day until everyone here inside the convention center does get tested. And coming up in the next half hour, we'll hear from someone who's inside who explains those conditions. We'll send it back to you now.